Hello and welcome to round 5 of Bristol Prime with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello.
Hello. And on the screen today we have Martin Lewis on the left with Stark Fealty, and on the right we have Joe Harrison playing Lanni Crossing. You wanna?
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
I just explained who's on the camera.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about carrots.
Not chicken nuggets then?
No, carrot, because we were just watching that video of the guy eating the carrots.
Right.
So, yes, I was just thinking about carrot. So, we have a game.
We do have a game. Hold on, Richard, hold on. We have our setups then. Go on, you can run us through this, right?
All right.
No carrots involved.
Joe has 2 cards apparently in Shadows, a Marcella and a Great Hall. Martin, he has an Old Gate, Donella Hornwood, and Alistair Mormont.
Seems good.
Yeah, I think they're both respectable setups.
And we've got Stark Fealty with Lanni Crossing here. So, you know, crossing decks, Lanni, probably expecting big Cersei with maybe the location to do the extra intrigue challenge.
Big Cersei, non-kneeling. Jamie, non-kneeling. Marcella, non-kneeling.
Lots of non-kneeling stuff.
Never bet against my family. Hemi War, maybe.
Yeah, could be saying that.
But Martin's got 2 economies on the board in Donella and the Old Gate.
Plus the Fealty as well obviously helps with that. And they're both going throughout the gate, so they'll both get a little bit more economy as well. But I think Fealty is an interesting choice from Martin here. Fealty sort of fell out of fashion a little bit with Stark. When it's passing the Black Gate became popular, because obviously you need to nearly faction card to do that, and if you're playing Fealty, it seems a little bit counterproductive.
You say that most of the Stark decks that did well at Starlet were Crossing, but Fealty won it.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. When did Passing the Black Gate come out?
Years ago.
Years ago.
Literally years ago.
Oh, okay, literally years ago.
Not recent, is that what you're thinking?
No, I don't know how. I wasn't mean like recent, like last month, but I didn't think it was literally whole years worth ago. Obviously, I was wrong.
It was years. Do you want me to find out? I can consult my memory now. I'm dedicated to this. I'm going to find out.
Go on then. See how wrong you can prove me. Joe Harrison with his Out the Gates went and grabbed a Great Hall, and Martin Lewis went to get a Gates of the Moon. And our first player this round is going to be Joe. So it's on now to the marshalling phase. And Joe will be collecting just the... well, I was going to say just the 4 gold. Because the Gates of the Moon. 5 gold because of the Gates of the Moon on Martin's side. Plus the 2 Great Halls that will give him a nice reduction. Did you find out your information?
Yep.
Go on.
August 2017. That's almost 3 years ago.
Wow. Okay. My memory is bad. Nice first move by Joe there. So Joe's very first action, bringing Billbone out of Shadows, which kneels Martin's faction card. So he's not going to be able to use that Fealty reduction. Seems good.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that impactful. If Martin has a loyal character, then potentially he's got 8 economies worth anyway. I'm not sure what we have there. Is that Cersei?
It is a Cersei, yeah. But yeah, with regards to the Fealty, you know, sometimes you plan your round exactly according to the amount of gold you think you're going to be having. So losing 1 gold can affect, you know, your marshalling. You know, it depends what you're thinking of doing, basically.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, amount of times that you're faced against something like Night's Watch and they've played Meager Contribution or White Tree or Clydus, and it's like, damn, that 1 gold was the one thing that I needed.
Yep.
Oh, who's this dude?
That's Gunther, son of Gern.
I was thinking, is that Gunther?
It's Gunther. Do you want to tell us all what he does?
When you win a challenge with him, the opponent has to discard a card from hand.
Yep.
Yeah? Is it any challenge?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, are you impressed I remember that?
Yeah. Well, not really, actually, because you've edited the video, so presumably you know.
Well, I edited it like yesterday, and I edited another video.
Nice. Martin has a chud.
He does have a chud. Put down with the locations, which is a little bit confusing. So we've got the reduction from Donella, the Chud, and then paying 5 for Big Cat.
Yep.
With a dupe.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Because you might expect Joe to play Heads on Spikes next turn, perhaps, and you don't want 2 copies of the cat in your hand, if that's the case. And that is a very well-timed milk.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so we had 2 gold left after that cat. 1 for the Rickon, 1 for the milk. So Martin is now 0 cards remaining. And yeah, just putting that Winterfell Steward a little bit closer to the top so we know it's a character.
So Martin had plenty of econ. He's got power gain engine. But Joe isn't going to bet against his family.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice he played that. So they were just checking whether Rickon could cancel this, but it doesn't have the word searching. So it does not cancel.
Oh, I see a Tywin.
Oh, that seems like a good shout.
A Tywin and a Tyrion in there. Gone for the Tywin. Well, this is classic Lannister Crossing, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems pretty old school, doesn't it? Apart from the random Gunther. But then again, he works very well with Cersei, so...
Yeah, I think Gunther is in the new edition of Lanni Crossing.
So, on to Joe's challenges then. He should be able to get a military through relatively easily.
Yeah, I guess the question is, will Martin... I'm sure he's just going to be happy to kill the Chud, get a power on Cat, make her 6 strength.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not an issue for Martin, like you say. You kill the Chud to get the power on Cat. Joe now has a power on his faction card for Martin to steal on the way back. I think that's fine. And then Joe can now do the... Is it intrigue and power that Marcella can do non-kneeling?
Yes.
So
let's go with yes.
Let's go with yes. So you're not bothered about the power because Martin doesn't have anything on his faction card to actually steal. So it's a little chump power, non-kneeling, doesn't hurt Joe, but might kneel out a bit of Martin's board. And then based on that, Joe can decide on intrigue. Yeah.
There's no other discernible benefits for Joe to win that power challenge.
So the intrigue here, Joe will want to win because obviously it's his crossing turn. So we have the intrigue, and I think Marcella has stealth on this challenge, doesn't she?
Does she?
Doesn't she?
No.
Oh, okay. Ignore me then. When did she get stealth?
Marcella doesn't get stealth.
I'm sure I've seen like these Lanni Crossing decks where the Marcella's got
maybe
stealth.
she has her pounds.
Ah.
So, yeah, Gunther is now 5 strength in this challenge, as is Marcella. So this is going to be an intrigue for 10. So, notably, that is more than what Martin had to defend.
Yeah. Looks like Joe's going for it.
Yeah, so this is interesting.
What is?
Martin sacrificing the old gate. Because he is low on cards. But one thing I've got in my mind is the heads on spikes. They depend on your character count in your hand.
That's true. It might be that Martin's got a very good character in hand that he doesn't want discarding, or a card that he doesn't want losing. So yeah, using the old gate for that. Don't know what Martin's thinking about here.
He's probably thinking about what challenges he can push through on the comeback.
Yeah.
So Alysanne will be able to stealth past Tywin. And the intrigue. Well, he can attack intrigue for 9, and Joe has quite a lot of standing.
Oh yeah, of course, because Gunther triggers as well. So we're going to be losing a card of your choice.
Oh, I thought it was random.
And then random intrigue claim, which is the Small John. So we've got the military coming in from Alysanne, stealthing past Tywin. So I can't see that being anything other than unopposed. Unless Joe's got another trick. He doesn't have any gold left though, does he?
Don't see any gold.
Oh, Martin just pointing out that the faction card should be knelt. I guess he could have iron banked someone and jumped someone in.
Yeah.
Ooh. Playing around with the card in shadows. Is there a card that can come out of shadows for free?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Underhanded method. Although it will literally do nothing.
Okay.
Because it gives you +1 strength for each card in shadows, and when it comes out of shadows, there'll be no card in shadow. Regent Guard.
Okay. That's good. So the Regent's Guard defending there, which meant that the challenge was opposed and won by Joe, and also meant that the Tywin could come to hand rather than be discarded from play at the end of the phase. We now have a rather large Intrigue challenge coming through from Kat and Danella. So Martin, obviously now that Tywin's back in hand, wants to get it out of the game. Or at least into the discard pile, I should say. So Intrigue claim, Tyrion.
Yeah. Removing Joe's option seemed good for Martin.
And they might as well go for the power because it forces Joe to defend and means that Martin can win Dom.
Yeah. And you'd probably just oppose it if you're Joe. That leaves around 3-2 in Joe's favour.
4-2.
What was that? Oh, was that Intrigue?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Thought it was power.
Oh, well, yeah, the last one was power. But it was a power from Alysanne defended by Cersei, so Joe won that one.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I think it was a good first round for Joe. Really setting up his board, and he's got a bit of economy in the back row. Nice board from Martin. Managed to milk that Cersei, which I think is important. And also dupe on the cat, which is always good. And second plots then, we've got Return to the Fields from Joe. Interested to see what he's going to discard.
Yeah, I think ordinarily he might play Heads on Spikes if Cersei was not milked.
Do you think maybe he's going to get rid of the Cersei?
Don't know. If he does, he doesn't have any other location control.
That's a nice upgrade. Rickon to Wyman.
Rickon to Wyman. And then, of course, you're going to get the Wyman trigger and the cat trigger.
Yeah, so when Rickon is sacrificed, Wyman will be able to draw a card. Cat will be able to get the power. Is Cat 2 times per round or 3 times per round?
Twice.
Is Wyman loyal?
Yes.
Does he count as Daenerys' first loyal card?
No.
Okay.
Daenerys states Marshall or put into play. Or, no, sorry, Marshall or play, but Wyman would put into play.
Ah, okay. Thank you for the clarification.
You are welcome.
That Fealty card should be stood, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's like he heard me.
I mean, it's not the case that you've jotted down every notable moment in this little notepad that you've got here.
Remember, I normally skip past the marching phase.
And you put at 14 minutes 30 seconds Martin straight in the faction card, so mention it at 20 seconds past 14 minutes.
Definitely not something that I do. I'm not that dedicated to the editing. I did just want to quickly mention, by the way, this game, this tournament was recorded sort of February time, was it?
January.
January time. You know what? I was thinking January, but came out as February for some reason. So this doesn't have the Conclave restricted list being used. So just wanted to let you guys know that if you see that there's cards there that are now restricted, it's because it was pre-world going to shit, basically. So yes, just slowly working through some old games. And then I think we've got a few Iron Throne tournament games that have been recorded for us to commentate on.
So,
Pretty sure Richard loses some of them.
well, the thing is, I kind of forgot to press record on some of them. Another one.
Wonderful.
I was just kind of flipping around screens while I was waiting for people to do stuff, forgetting that I was recording. So, probably not suitable for human consumption.
Okay, so I take back what I just said about the Iron Throne games. Maybe there'll be something salvageable. Also, just want to note that in Joe's marshalling there, he got rid of the Cersei for Return to the Fields, but has remarshalled another one. So this one does not have the Milk Honor, so she will be able to start triggering this turn, and Joe is saving at least 1 gold there. I'm not sure if there's any more than that. Oh, so now Joe is asking that because Martin played a dupe on Wyman, and it's a loyal card, does that count as the reduction for Donella?
I don't believe so.
No? Okay.
Because duplicates are, by the rule, blank card.
Yeah?
As opposed to, a card with loyal status.
Cool, just checking.
That's what I would expect. But, good question.
Well, I'm only asking it because Joe was asking it. I think that's a Wolf King on Rob.
I think it is too.
And sitting on 1 gold. So we've got a nice dupe on Wyman, a dupe on Cat, and then Rob, Alasane, and Donella. So 5 characters on each side. But Martin does have those important dupes, just in case there's any Valar reset. Although Valar D would be sad.
Not sure if Lanni Crossing runs many resets.
Thanks, Joe.
What was that?
Sir Pounce.
Sir Pounce.
At least I'm assuming Sir Pounce. It had a cat on it.
Then, yes.
So Sir Pounce on Gunther. And that gives him stealth, right?
In Intrigue.
And Intrigue.
In Intrigue.
Oh, in Intrigue.
And maybe non-kneeling? No, I don't think he's got stealth. I think it just gives non-kneeling Intrigue.
Okay. You want to consult your memory?
No. Fuck that. Let's just assume I'm right.
Alright, so a cheeky little military. Probably best to do the military first when Robb Stark is on the board.
Yeah, so who do you want to claim here?
I mean, Martin's got decent dupes, I guess, but...
Martin going to take the renown.
Yeah.
Which suggests to me that he may be going to trigger Wyman to sacrifice somebody to stand his board.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one.
Because he'll definitely want to use Rob in 2 challenges aggressively. So that puts a little bit of pressure on Joe. We know he's going to do non-kneeling Intrigue.
It's quite interesting, actually, because you've got the 2 decks that are both non-kneeling in what they do. Well, I mean, Joe's deck non-kneeling, Martin's deck kneels, but then just restands when they're ready. So, only going in for a small power challenge here with Marcella. It looks like Joe's really counting on the Intrigue here. So, an Intrigue with all 3 of them. Non-kneeling. Which seems ridiculous.
Yeah, that's for what? 18?
I'm not sure. Math and crossing and actually knowing how much the cards are base. Too many factors for me. So we've got an I Am No One played on Alasane. And then Donella kneeling so it's not opposed. Joe taking a power for the crossing. Got the reaction from Gunther. Triggering Cersei to gain a power. And then the actual Intrigue claim. And again, triggering Cersei there. So it's 2 power onto Cersei. So that's a nice little net power gain for Joe. Interesting that he decided to do Wyman this early. I feel like maybe I'd have done a challenge with...
Maybe done the Intrigue first?
Yeah. But still, Martin's getting all those reactions. Cat gets the power, makes her stronger. Maybe you needed her to be strong enough to push through the intrigue. And of course, Rob now standing means that you can do that non-kneeling military. So you can do the military with Rob and Alysanne, non-kneeling with stealth. So pretty much guaranteed to win this. So it looks like the military stealthing, they're not red cloaks, are they? What are they called?
They are the Regent's Guard.
Regent's Guard. I think Martin was sort of changing his mind a little bit about the stealth target. And just to note, that card attached to Alysanne is just the I'm No One, just as a reminder that that's been played on her. Yeah, so the Regent's Guard defending and being taken for claim. I feel like I'd be more tempted to claim the Orbital Bone, unless there's more than one of them in the deck.
True.
Because the Regent's Guard are the higher strength, right?
They are. Double.
So yeah, all I can think is that maybe Joe's got another one, another Bill Bone in deck. So, good challenge for Martin, got that through with a renown on Rob.
So do you do all 3 challenges here, or do you...
Might as well, right?
I don't know.
You can do
I mean, he can win a power. I can win them.
You can win all of
Win
them.
them all of them, yeah.
Because he'll just do a power of Alysanne and Rob, and you can stealth someone if he wants to. And then you can do the intrigue with Cat and Wyman, and they're going to be, 13 strength together? It looks like we're just going to go in with Cat for the intrigue, which I think Joe can defend.
Curious.
Maybe what Martin particularly wants to win Dom. So we've got the power then with Rob and Alysanne stealthing past Marcella. So she definitely does not stealth. And we get unopposed claim and renown on Rob.
And insight on Alysanne.
Insight on Alysanne, yeah.
Cool.
So dominance because of the Wyman.
Martin jumped ahead there.
Looks good for Martin.
Yeah, although returning Cersei to the field and replaying her works fine for Joe's strategy, a little bit of a tempo loss.
Definitely.
So he's had to replay a character that he already had on the board.
Because what's her cost? 6, 7?
7.
7. So for Martin's 1 gold, Joe's basically had to spend another 7 gold.
Yep. But he got 1 gold back and a card. Returned to the field.
Yeah, that's true.
So we know he's got Tyrant in hand.
Ah, yes, of course.
Will he play Heads on Spikes? Does he run Heads on Spikes?
You'd think so in a Lanni Crossing.
With Cersei, it's kind of a no-brainer.
And then again, I know Martin's been very low on cards.
Yeah, he got 3 cards in hand now.
Oh, does he?
He had 1 and then drew 2 with Alysanne.
Ah, yes, of course. Interesting.
So is that Win or Die?
Yeah, I think so.
Win or Die. Palace of Sorrows.
I'm surprised about Palace of Sorrows in Joe's deck.
Really, he's quite good in crossing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it kind of relies on you having a either good stealth characters or you having just a really wide board. Because you can't just go in with your, 12 strength Tywin.
Well, what it does mean is that every character you attack with, your opponent has to defend with 1 more. And when you have non-kneeling attackers, so with Cersei and now Jaime, if Jaime does a military, Martin has to defend with 2 characters to win it.
Yeah.
If Cersei does an intrigue, Martin has to defend 2 characters to win it. Which means Joe gets a lot more value.
I guess that's fair. And I think Joe's sitting on... Well, I thought that was 2. And does also have that card in shadows. So Martin got that extra card draw from the Win or Die. Is that Win or Die? I don't know, I feel like the art looks a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's one of the different templates. They have another duplicate on Catalan Dark. What else will he play?
Guess we'll find out. Got a reduction of 2 to play out Bran.
Yeah, if Joe was saving money for a Never Bet or a Hear Me Roar, not on the table anymore.
So Bear and Scout, which looks like it's triggering. So you might want to get a Daisy. It should be pretty good.
She would be high strength.
If it wasn't for Palace of Sorrows. But the Renown's nice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Martin's probably going to try and go in for the win now. So he needs to make sure he's got enough characters on the board that he can defend with as many characters as needed. So yeah, the Daisy there being taken from the Baron and Scout. I'm assuming that's going to get played. I do find playing Win or Die in a Stark deck like this is quite depressing when you've got all the card draw and then you're just sort of left with all these cards in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I just saw he had 2 Northern Armories in hand.
You didn't play one of them?
No, he's got 2 gold, so I don't know what the 3rd card is. But maybe it's an event that he wants to play. So we're going for a Hear Me Roar. Martin's deciding to cancel it. And doing that triggers Cat.
Yep.
And also triggers Wyman. Do you want to? He does, okay.
See, one of the main differences between the 2 decks here is, well, obviously they both just want to go offensive and do things. Like playing a Nurse of Pride.
There we go. Stops any more events, stops that shadow card.
But Joe doesn't have any character control. You know, he can't do anything about Wyman, Caitlin, or Rob at this stage. Whereas Martin, you saw earlier, he had a milk for Cersei, and that cost Joe in tempo in replacing her, which allowed Martin to jump ahead.
So Joe's going in for the Intrigue with the 3 characters, which puts it at 9 strength. So Martin would have to defend with 4 to win it, which he can't do. He doesn't have 4 Intrigue icons. Does he just let it go through unopposed? If that's a pinch in shadows, that'd be amazing. Actually, does No Surprises stop pinch?
It does. You can't bring cards out of shadows.
That would be sad.
It would be sad, wouldn't it?
Martin just calculating there the amount of power that Joe can get, so he can get 2 from Cersei triggers, potentially 1 renown on Jaime, so that's 3. Potentially 1 power claim, that's 4. He's not going to be anywhere near.
Oh, Jaw.
Yeah. So I don't think Martin has to worry too much.
I guess Martin's not unhappy about just chump defending, chump blocking the unopposed, because he can sacrifice the Bear Island Scout to get his various down triggers.
Yep, so that's the 2 Cersei triggers there. Does Joe bother with another one? Does he want to just try and defend this turn? And again, he's got non-kneeling power as well, doesn't he?
Massa. Depends on card in hand. Because with Marcella you have to have more cards in hand.
Well, Martin's only got 1.
Joe trying to bring a card out of shadow there, forgetting about the no surprises.
So the thing here is, if Joe does small challenges that Martin can win, then Martin will get power on defence.
He'll feed his renown.
Yeah, and then also on the attack, because he can just stand everyone and go again. So it's kind of worth Joe not doing challenges if he can't definitely win them.
I think it probably game over. Because Martin can get 2 power renown on Rob and Daisy on attack. He can win a power challenge. That's 14 power. And then he can trigger Wyman to get rid of Bear One and Scout to trigger Catelyn for the 15th power.
So like here, Joe's just gone in with 3 characters for the military.
They got 2 claim. Martin has.
Yeah, Martin has. So like, Joe's gone with 3. I don't know, if I was Martin, I might just defend with everyone. So it's 4. Or not. It's 33 times around.
Yep.
Huh? Okay. And then triggering Wyman to stand?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
Forgotten about that one.
Yeah, because Martin only needs 3.
I think Joe probably knows he's done for. He's just mathing out if there's a way he can trick Martin.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is.
Because sometimes, like, genuinely, your opponent should win, but basically they miscount and make a little mistake or something, and you can sort of take advantage of that and at the very least go another round and maybe make a, stab at winning.
Yeah. But, I mean, in the real life game, you should always play it out, I believe. If it looks like if it's going to be reasonably tight, or it's going to rely on your opponent, navigating the challenge phase successfully, you should play it out because people can cuck it up.
Yeah, so a little power there with non-kneeling Marcella. Martin defending with both, getting the renown on both, puts him on 14.
And now you're going to trigger Wyman, right?
Yeah, because Cat's already triggered twice.
Has she?
Yeah, because of Bran was used to cancel an event.
Oh,
but he just gets an opposed military now anyway, so...
Yep. GG.
And that's the game. So yeah, well done to Martin. Commiserations to Joe. We do have a top 8, top 4 and the final game still to come.
Okay.
And in fact, I think we're going to do the commentary on the top 8 now.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/the White Walkers, and we will see you for the top 8.
Goodbye.